What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Game Night YouTube channel. In today's video, guys, we're doing a playthrough of Iron Helm with Grubrot, dude. So, if you didn't catch the first one, well, this is kind of a spoiler, I guess. Spoiler, we won. We got through with Grubrot, obviously, because we're going through another adventure, guys. We're going through a level 2 adventure this time into Galnok's Labyrinth. If you happened to miss the first one, I know it's already been spoiled for you, but I highly recommend checking it out anyways. It was a really good run. And since Grubrot is the final character that's ever going to get added to the game, it's definitely worth checking out that video so that you could see some Grubrot gameplay, dude. So definitely check that one out, but don't leave just yet, guys. Hang out with me here in today's video, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get through another adventure with our dude Grubrot over here. So we're going to kind of do a quick little recap of everything that we picked up in the first playthrough. And then we're going to head out into Galnok's Labyrinth, which I'm excited to get to, man. It's been a minute since I've gone into Galnok's Labyrinth and faced off against Galnok himself. And of course, we've got him over this way, just chilling. He's looking sweet, dude. He's purple. Purple's my favorite color. Galnok is looking cool. Also, we're going to take a pit stop at the Lonely Troll Inn, maybe pick up a henchman, and get rid of some of these corpses over here. We'll be able to trade those in for gold at the Lonely Troll. But first, let's go over Grubrot real quick and see all the stuff that we got last time, guys. So we got a blood letter. I believe this was an artifact. Yeah, this is one of the new artifact cards from the Realms and Relics expansion. This weapon is pretty cool, man. It's worth 10 gold. It weighs 4, which is absolutely insane. I can't remember who left the comment. Somebody left a comment and was like, the blood letter weighs more than Grubrot does, which is freaking hilarious. I'm sorry, I can't remember who said it. But yeah, that was so funny. It's a two-handed weapon. It says whenever you roll a 6 during an attack, you add damage equal to the dungeon level. So of course, the further you get into the dungeon, the more damage you get to add to your blood letter attacks. We also have the scale armor, the best armor in the game. You subtract 2 from initial damage and also from counter strikes. So you just subtract 2 damage from all attacks in the game. It cannot be used, you cannot use the conceal or shadow skill. And we don't have either of those. We're not going for those. We just want to hang on to the scale armor. Let's check out our skills though. So we started the game with alchemy. You gain 2 potions of your choice. And whenever you draw a new potion card, you may draw 1 extra potion. Pick one to keep and then discard the other. If I'm not mistaken, you get to use alchemy at the beginning of each adventure, I believe. So we're going to go ahead and use this again at the beginning of the adventure, if I remember, fingers crossed. Then we got martial arts. You do not need a hand weapon to roll dice in combat. So if for whatever reason we happen to lose our blood letter and we don't have a weapon, we can still roll dice in combat by spending energy. Also, your bare-fisted attacks deal 2 damage instead of 1 in combat. That's mainly the reason why I got it. That is very strong. We also have dodge, so we gain 1 less poison damage from the arrow trap. And then last but not least, we got the best skill in the game, Sixth Sense. Once per dungeon level, you may either avoid an ambush or reveal both dungeon cards and choose one to resolve. Cool, so we are stacked with some really powerful skills over that way. We're maxed out at 7 encumbrance. Old Grubrot can only hold 7. And of course, we're starting with 0 icons because we're heading into a new dungeon. It's also worth mentioning too, we're playing with the random encounters. So as we move down from one level to the next, there's going to be a random encounter icon that we're going to have to resolve down here on this card. And there's some neat things. There's traps, there's enemies. You can find food in the form of mushrooms, treasure, potions, and some other little random events can happen along the way too. So first, guys, before we head out, we need to take a pit stop at the Lonely Troll Inn, where we are going to fully heal and get all of our energy back. So we've got 13 health and 11 energy topped off. I've removed all poison. Also, you gain your starting rations and gold. So I've given us 1 ration, and I've ticked up the D20 here from a 3 to a 6. So we have all of the coin tokens that come with the game, all of the gold tokens, except for this 1 over here. And then we've got 6 extra that I'm keeping track of on this D20 over this way. And then we can trade in any of these dead enemies as trophies, and we'll get 1 gold for each. So we've got a consuming mass, and we've also got a lich right here, the lich boss. So I'm going to slide him underneath the bosses. We'll trade in both of those dead enemies, and we're going to get 2 more gold. So let's go ahead and snag up this 1 gold token here, and then we're going to go up to 7 on our D20. So we've got 7 extra gold right there. And then I need to put all the enemies back into their respective decks. So we've got a plot card here. We got a Wraith, Undead Archer, and a Wolf, I believe, is not in this adventure. Yeah, wolves get removed from this adventure, so I'm gonna actually set the wolf off to the side. There we go. Also, we can hire a henchman while we're here at the Lonely Troll Inn as well. So the way I like to do it, you guys know that are longtime viewers of the channel, I like to shuffle them up and pick one at random, and that's who just happens to be hanging out at the Lonely Troll. If you play by the rules, you pick which henchman you want, but I like to do it this way. So we're going to go ahead and flip, and we got Borko, dude. Hey, awesome, dude. Borko is also a companion that you can get as a reward card in Underquest, so this is really cool that we're seeing Borko here in Iron Helm. It says when Borko is traveling with you and you are in combat, you may flip a single die to its reverse side when you attack. Okay, interesting. So like if we roll like a 1, we can flip it to its reverse side and make it a 6. And it says that you can do that, is it once per combat? Or once per dungeon level. When at the campsite, he will automatically take the search action, gaining you 1 food. You may choose to take an additional action for yourself, so he always gains you an extra food. He's got 2 morality. He costs 3 gold to hire. And it says Borko does not carry his own food and will need to be fed at the end of each level. If you cannot feed him, he will lose 1 morale. Interesting. Okay, so I think I do want to hire him, so we're going to give him 3 gold. 1, 2, 3. There you go, sir. And we're going to get Borko over this way. He's going to come hang out with us, and we'll put the henchman cards off to the side, and I've got this little mini D6 right here to keep track of Borko's morale. So he's got 2 morale currently, like so. Cool. I believe that's all we need to do at the Lonely Troll Inn, so I'm going to go ahead and get the decks of cards nice and shuffled up. I've added in the plot cards from Galnok's Labyrinth already and removed a few of the plot cards that it says to remove, like the Old Woman, the Passageway, and the Wolf. Those have been removed. Also, I've removed Orc Warriors, Goblins, Wolves, and Fishmen from the enemy deck. Those are gone, and they've been replaced with the enemies from this adventure. We're going to shuffle up the potion cards. There's no new potion cards. You just get the same old potion cards. There we go. And there's some new loot, too, and I believe it's Mizlax loot. Let me see. I think I put it right on top. Yeah, we got 3 new loot that you can get that are Mizlax loot. He's got a mask, a journal, and a stash, a treasure chest stashed away in Galnok's Labyrinth. And he's probably too chicken to go back and get it. So we're gonna make use of that and hopefully pick up some of Mizlax's lost possessions in Galnok's Labyrinth. So let's go ahead and get these nice and mixed up since those were all right next to each other there. There we go. And then we'll get the enemies shuffled up, of course. And there's some new enemies in here, and I forget what they are. I forget what they are. Hopefully we'll run into some, so we'll be surprised by them. Yeah, I honestly can't remember, guys. I don't remember what's in here. It might be the Blinks. Are the Blinks in here? Or is that in the Ice Cavern? I don't know. I don't remember. Hopefully we'll find out. Okay, we got those ready to go right there. And let's get the dungeon deck shuffled up. We're using the Howling Abyss dungeon deck again. This is, like I've said in the other playthrough, this is kind of gives me vibes of the Underquest dungeon deck. So this is kind of cool. It's got some similarities, like with the Archangel and stuff like that in here. The False Idol. Those are making a return into Underquest. Okay, we got our boss over that way, and we're going to shuffle up these decks down here. I know there's a lot of shuffling, guys, but it'll be worth it, dudes. It will be worth it. Get the Afflictions shuffled up. The environments, we're also playing with environment cards, which is going to be really cool. I've been enjoying that. I've been enjoying this playthrough in particular with all of the stuff added to the game. I'm really liking this. I'm really, really liking this. And with the random encounters and everything, we got like the full Iron Helm package going on here, guys. And I think we're good to go. Also, one other thing that we could do actually while we're at the Lonely Troll is you're allowed to buy trappings from the Lonely Troll Inn. But considering that we're completely maxed out with our 4 weight bloodletter and 3 weight scale armor, and we can only hold 7 weight, there's really no point in buying any trappings. So we're just going to let we'll call him Calm, because that's who he is in Underquest. We'll let Calm, the shopkeep at the merchant at the Lonely Troll, keep all of his wares. And we're going to head out into Galnok's Labyrinth. As the moon rises in the sky and the howls of nightmare creatures linger in the air, you find yourself at the entrance of a cave. Maybe a good place to take a little rest. I don't know about that. I don't think so. Grubrot's intuition is not very good if he thinks that this is a good place to take a little rest. So it says to remove the following cards from the base game and replace them with the cards found in this expansion pack. I've already gone ahead and done that with the enemies and plots like I mentioned. Of course, the boss is Galnok, and we are ready to go, guys. And if you flip this over, there's a neat little map on the other side that you could use that's specifically laid out to look like Galnok's labyrinth. But since we're using the random encounters, we're going to go ahead and use the random encounter map. And I'll set that other card off to the side. And I believe we're ready to go. Did I shuffle this? I think I shuffled it. But you know what? I'm going to give it one more quick shuffle. Yeah, because I remember talking about it. I was talking about the Archangel and the False Idol and all that stuff. Cool. There we go. Give it one more little shuffle. Put the goldfish emojis down below. Also, I'll do a quick little plug. There are channel memberships available on the channel now. You can go down below the video, click the join button, and become a member. You can either be a squire or a knight. If you become a knight, you'll get access to videos before they come out, along with some other perks as well. And either way you go, a squire or a knight, you'll get some emojis that you can post down in the comments, and they are freaking adorable. My younger sister did them, and she's an amazing artist, and they came out so good. I love them. They're perfect. So if you want access to those, go become a channel member. You could do that down below. And if not, I appreciate you being here either way. Thank you guys so much for watching. So let's get into it, guys. We got Grubrot. We're heading into Galnok's labyrinth. Let's freaking do this, guys. Are we good? Are we good here? I think we're good. We got to do an environment. I got to remember to do that. There's so many little things. Ooh, also, these. We're not good yet. We got to shuffle up the blessings. The blessing tokens. There we go. Shuffle those up. When I said that just now, it made me think of that scene from Christmas Vacation. How fitting, too, because it's December, where he's like, the blessing. It's like they're like trying to get the grandma to say the blessing. She like can't hear anything they're saying. The blessing tokens. Okay, we got the blessing token shuffled up. We're going to get an environment. Boom. The watch. Holy, that looks gross. This looks like bubble gum. Or, I mean, it looks like something else too. It looks kind of like, it looks like that pink slime stuff in Ghostbusters 2, I think it was. Yeah, dude, it looks like the Ghostbusters came in here and just like slimed this place up with that like pink goo. It says the ground is spongy beneath your feet and the air stings your senses. But far worse are the numerous eyes tracking your movement. Immediately gain 1 icon. Okay, that's amazing. I feel like something bad's going to happen. If you resolve the campsite, you gain 1 icon? Okay. If you resolve the treasure card on this level, you gain a blessing token in addition to any other reward? This is awesome. Dude, this is sweet. Like, I'm like trying to process, like, wait, there's gotta be something bad that happens too, right? Dude. Okay. Okay, that's awesome. So if we resolve the treasure card on this level, we gain a blessing token in addition? And if we do the campsite, we gain an icon? Okay, let's freaking go, dudes. Are you kidding me? Here we go, guys. Into Galnok's labyrinth we go. Great place to take a rest. Mystical fountain. Before you stands a grand fountain. You are drawn to it by a potent allure. Your eyes wide open. You cup your hand and ladle the warm liquid to your lip. A ladle. A big ladle or a little ladle? We got a 5. A gift is granted to you. Gain 1 potion. Don't mind if I do. Also, I did forget. Alchemy. Alchemy, guys. Gain 2 potions of your choice. Fairly certain I read on Board Game Geek at some point months ago, unless my memory is just creating a false memory. Pretty sure you get to do that at the beginning of each adventure. Let me know down in the comments below. I know a lot about the game, but there's a lot. There's a lot. I do forget things, and I play a billion other games. We got a holy water potion. We've also got an ice shard potion. I don't know, man. We'll take the ice shard potion, and we'll drop the holy water. And then at the fountain, we get a potion, and I'm pretty sure we get to draw 2. Yeah, whenever you draw a new potion card, you may draw 1 extra potion, pick 1 to keep, and then discard the other. That is insane. Alchemy is really good, by the way, guys. Let's go ahead and draw 2 potions. That is loot. We got a health potion. This is what we're going to take. And we got an energy potion, which is also really good. But we're going to take the health potion. Let me roll up my sleeves a little bit so I don't be knocking around all of my stuff. Okay. I think we're good to go there. Also, I didn't mention this in the beginning, but there's a few little rules about the afflictions and artifacts in case you guys are wondering. I'll just briefly mention those. To gain an affliction, there are certain enemies in the enemies deck that came from the Beast and Burdens pack, which is also what the affliction cards come from. Some of those enemies will explicitly state on the card that you gain an affliction when they inflict damage to you. Also, if you ever gain your third poison token, you gain an affliction. And the third way to gain an affliction is at the end of a level, if you don't have any rations, in addition to taking 3 damage for not being able to eat a ration, you also gain an affliction. You can use a health potion to remove 1 affliction, and you can use an antidote potion that cures poison to remove, I think it's all afflictions. I might have to double check that, but I think it removes all afflictions if I'm not mistaken. Cool. And then with the artifacts, artifacts are gained kind of like loot. So anytime you're able to gain a loot card in the game, you can instead gain an artifact, but it will cost you 1 of your blessing tokens in order to get an artifact of blessing. And you got to discard 1. It's a cumulative cost essentially. So you discard 1 blessing for the first artifact, 2 blessings for the second, 3 for the third, and so on and so forth. So yeah, so that's how those work, in case you're wondering. Cool, so we're good here at the Mystical Fountain. That was it. Yeah, we gained our potion, dude. We got a health potion, and we're good to go. Let's keep on going deeper into Galnok's Labyrinth. What do we got, dudes? The Labyrinth. We are really in Galnok's Labyrinth, guys. I think... Ooh. I think I'm going to push my luck, dude. It's pretty sketchy. I don't want to get rid of my food. I'm pushing my luck. This is dumb. Okay, whew, that was very risky, guys. That was not a good idea. Your eyes lock onto a huge evil statue carved into the wall. It is begging to be worshipped. What shall you do? We could beg for power, beg for wealth, beg for your life, or ignore the false idol. What do we want? If we beg for power, gain 2 energy and a loot card? No, we don't really need that because we're maxed out. Gain 2 gold and a potion. That's pretty good. Gain 2 health and a ration. That's actually pretty good. We can gain another ration. Let's do that. We went from almost getting lost in the labyrinth, which you can't get lost in a labyrinth, by the way. There's only one way out. But yeah, we would have had to lose a food, and now we're going to gain a food. I think I'm going to beg for your life. So you move down 1 space on the morality track. We're already at -5 because, of course, this rolls over from previous adventures. We can't go any lower. And then we gain 2 health. We're already at full health, but we do gain a ration. Cool. Nice. So we beg for our life and gain a ration. It was your life, right? Your life. Okay, cool. Let's keep on going. What do we got? Dude, let's freaking go, bro. We got the campsite. So cool, dude. Look, check it out. If you resolve the campsite, you gain an icon. Boom. Also, when at the campsite, Borko will automatically take the search action, gaining you 1 food. Thanks, Borko. I appreciate that, dude. But we do have to feed him at the end of every level, right? He does not carry his own food and will need to be fed. Yeah, and if you can't feed him, he loses 1 morale. Okay. Let's say if you can't feed him. Yeah, I guess you kind of have to feed him. Okay, so we're at the campsite. You have spied a relatively quiet location to set up camp. It will not be long before you attract attention to yourself. Choose one of the following actions. We can cook, search, or rest. There's no reason to cook or rest, so we're just going to search, gain a ration, and a gold. Guys, let's go. We went from having 1 food, 1 ration, up to 4. Freaking amazing. Also, isn't there something else that happens? Oh, no, that's the treasure card. We gain a blessing at the treasure card. Okay, cool. Let's keep on going. This is an amazing level 1 so far. I'm actually getting a little scared, though, because we haven't seen a single skirmisher ambush. Bam. Skirmish. Eee. Yeah. I think I'm going to 6th Sense and reveal both dungeon cards and then choose one to resolve. Let's do that. And we've got treasure. Guys, let's go. We're going to do that. We're going to go the treasure route. You find an open chest that has been recently looted. A single coin remains. Gain a gold. You don't mind if I do. And we're getting very lucky. If you resolve the treasure card on this level in the watch, you gain a blessing token in addition to any other reward. Boom, we gain a blessing token. Nice. Let's keep on going. I can't get that scene out of my head every time I say the word blessing now. We got an ambush. You catch your foe by surprise and gain the upper hand. Draw an enemy card and ignore their initial damage because we attack first. Add 3 damage to your first attack. Add the dungeon level to the enemy's health. So 1 to the health of an octahedron. Uh-oh. This is an enemy from the Beast and Burdens pack. So he's got 9 health. I believe this is one that gives you an affliction when it hits you. Yeah, you gain an affliction if you roll 2 or more 1s during an attack. Okay, so he can give you an affliction. We get to attack first. He does 2 damage, treasure class of 2. He's weak to fire. So our ice shard potion isn't going to come in handy here, unfortunately. We're going to hit him with the bloodletter. I'm going to spend... I'm going to spend 3. Yeah, I'm going to spend 3 right here. So we're going to roll all 3 dice. Any 6s are going to add the dungeon level to the damage. So 1. Kind of weak on this level, but oh man, that is bad, guys. We roll 7. Oof, that is a terrible roll. Is there anything else we could do? Nope, that's it. We do 7 damage and put him down to 2. Yikes. Not great. Not great. Very, very poor roll. Man, those 1s, dude. I swear. Put the 1 emojis down below. Okay. The octahedron is going to attack. Let's see what he does. He does +2 to his attack, but we mitigate 2 from all attacks with the scale armor, so it's just whatever he rolls. And you've got to be kidding me. Oh, also, guys, it says if you roll 2 or more 1s during an attack. So last turn when I rolled those 2 1s, it's insane because he just rolled 2 1s and missed, but when I rolled 2 1s during my attack, I would have gained an affliction. So, and it's worded, it says gain an affliction if you roll 2 or more 1s during an attack, not the octahedron. So I'm assuming my last attack when I rolled those 2 1s and the 5, I was supposed to gain an affliction. Insomnia. A potent cocktail of stress and fear has rendered you restless. Every time you attempt to fall asleep, either your mind will not shut off, or you do fall asleep, only to wake up from a nightmare. You may no longer take the cook or rest action at the campsite. That's annoying. Okay, we're going to put that over here under Borko. So we can't take the cook or rest action at a campsite, so we can only search. Okay, well, if we heal, we can, with the health potion, we can get rid of that. We don't need to do it just yet. The octahedron missed, and dude, since we've got martial arts, we can attack for 2 damage, bare-fisted attack, instead of 1. So we're going to spend no energy and hit him for 2. Dude, martial arts is insane, because that basically saved us having to get attacked again or spending an energy. Very, very good. He's got a treasure class of 2, so we're going to get a loot card, and it is the Iron Helm. That is so good, man. Subtract 1 from both initial damage and counter strikes, but we're maxed out. Also, guys, I just realized something that you guys have probably been screaming at your TVs. We can't hold either of these potions, guys. I am maxed out. I'm over here like, yeah, dude, we can hold these potions. We can't. We can't even hold these. That really sucks. That really sucks. We can't even hold these, dudes. Okay, rip all of that loot. We also get to get a potion. Let's draw 2 potions. You can drink the potion as soon as you get it if it's something that you can use, and we can't. We can't. Yikes, guys. My bad. I'm glad I realized just now, though, at least, before I went and actually used one. Okay, we'll get the octahedron over here in the graveyard, and we'll keep on moving. Dude, Grubrot's carry capacity is absolute garbage. Like, it is bad. Is he doing anything else for us, guys? Oh, dudes, I could have moved this 1 to a 6. It's too late now, but yeah, that would have helped a lot. That would have actually helped a lot. Sorry, Borko, I forgot about you. Okay, we got the mushroom grove. Let's go and see what we find. We have located a grove of young mushrooms, and of course we roll a 1 and gain a poison. Of course we do. Let's keep on going. What do we got up ahead? It started out really lucky, so it's got to even out. A skirmish, I'm going to push my luck. Please don't be an ambush. Oof, it's a savage encounter. Even worse, there is no escaping this vile creature. Draw 4 enemy cards and discard the 3 enemies with the least health. You must fight the remaining enemy that has the most health, adding the dungeon level +3 to their health. And if tied, the player chooses. Okay, so let's draw 4. We've got a floating skull. This is one of the new ones in Galnok's Labyrinth. Very cool. We've got a wraith, so it's got 7 health. The floating skull has 5, so the wraith is winning currently. A skinkling with a whopping 1 health. And a mimic. You are not supposed to be in there, sir. Let me shuffle that back into the loot deck. Let's go ahead and shuffle that back into the loot deck. That must have been in the graveyard from earlier, and I just assumed it was an enemy and shuffled it back in to the enemy deck. There we go. Okay, let's draw 1 more enemy card. And we got another skinkling. Okay, so a couple of skinklings at the end there. We're going to be fighting a wraith. These get discarded. And what does it say? You add 3 to their health? Yeah. Yeah, the dungeon level +3, so it's +4, so it's got 11 health. Okay, it does 3 damage, treasure class of 2, it's weak to undead, or holy rather. Initial damage and counter strikes both steal 1 blessing. Dang, dude. Okay, let's hope that it misses. It's doing 3 damage, -2, it's doing +1 to its roll. Please roll doubles in this. It doesn't. It does 3 damage to us. Yikes. 1, 2, 3, and it steals a blessing token. Freaking jerk. Freaking jerk, dude. Doesn't do any extra damage, does it? No, it doesn't. Okay, we're going to attack. I'm going to spend 3 energy, like so, and hopefully we can get a better roll. Also got to remember Borko's ability here. Okay, so we got 10, 11. I'm not going to use Borko's ability. We'll save it since we actually hit for lethal here and one-shotted the Wraith. So the Wraith is a Gone Pecan. It's got a treasure class of 2, so we're just going to get a bunch of loot that we can't actually hold. Oh my gosh, dude. Mizlak Stash. Discard immediately and draw 1 loot card, 1 potion card, and gain 1 ration, or gain D6 gold and a ration. Let's do that. Let's gain D6 gold and a ration since we can't hold any more loot. So D6 gold. 6, let's freaking go, dude. No way. So this is going to be 1. And then we're going to add 5 more. So we're going to go from 7 up to 12 on our die here. Dude, let's go. Heck yes, dude. Mizlak was rich, man. Mizlak was rich, dude. We also gain a ration. Let's freaking go. Heck yeah. Are we at 5? Yeah, dude, we're at 5 rations, dude. That's amazing. I don't know if I've ever found this card. I might have found it once or twice. That's cool, though. I'm glad we found that. That's very cool, dude. Mizlak, my boy. We got to try that again, too, man. At some point, we got to try the Mizlak challenge again, dude. That is brutally hard. It requires an immense amount of luck. An insane amount of luck. Okay, we took down the Wraith. It's going to go over this way. We also get a potion from the Wraith. So let's draw 2. Spark Bomb, we're looking for health. Energy, we're going to drink it. We're going to drink the energy potion and gain 2 energy back. 1, 2. Okay, let's keep on going. We're going to go ahead and draw the next 2 cards and head into the next room. And we got an ambush as the first card. And we're going to do it, guys. We're going to add 1 to the health of a Death Seer. This is one of the other new enemies. Nice. So it's not the Blinks like I thought it was. You got the Death Seers and those floating skull duders. Where were they? What was it? Flaming skull? Floating skull. Nice. Okay, it says the Death Seer is immune to potions. Well, that's fine because we don't have any damage dealing potions anyway. He's got 7 health plus 1 from the dungeon level is 8. So he's at 8 health. He does 2 extra damage, 2 treasure class. He's weak to holy attacks. He drops 1 gold. Did we get gold from any of the other guys? No, we didn't. Okay, and we get to attack first since we're ambushing. I am going to spend... I'm going to spend 2, guys. I'm only going to spend 2, and I'm going to hope for the best, and we might be able to use Borko's ability here if we get unlucky. We're going to use Borko's ability because we got unlucky, and it says, when Borko is traveling with you, and you are in combat, which we are, you may flip a single die to its reverse side when you attack once per dungeon level. So we're going to flip this one to a 6, and we're going to do 9 damage and take down the Death Seer. That is awesome. That is a very, very cool ability. Thank you, Borko. He jumps in and assists with the attack on the Death Seer. Nice. So we're going to gain a gold. So we're going to take this 12 up to 13. He also has a treasure class of 2. All these guys have crazy treasure classes, dude. So we're going to gain... Oops, I bumped my mic. We're going to gain a loot. The field guide. You gain an additional ration when you enter the Mushroom Grove. Cool, but we don't have space for it. We'll draw 2 potions. With our alchemy skill, we're going to drink the antidote potion, which is going to cure our poison. And when you drink an antidote, it gets rid of your afflictions. So we're going to get rid of this affliction here. And I'll put that on the bottom of the deck, face up like so. And I believe that is it, guys. We get this guy in our graveyard, and we've got 3 in the grave, but I want to go for a skill outside of our proficiency, I'm pretty sure. We've got an agility proficiency. We can't use conceal or shadow while we have scale armor. We don't have a bow, so we're not worried about archery. Dash is pretty damn good, but I think I want to go for something else. Like... Okay, I saw someone ask about this too, which is kind of interesting. Someone asked about this in my Discord literally just like yesterday or something. They had the Bloodletter and they were like, is the Bloodletter considered an axe? In the case of axe mastery, when using an axe, you may reroll all die results of 1 or 2. I don't think it is technically. It's more of like a halberd than an axe. I mean, it does look very axe-like, but I'm going to play it that it's not an axe. Also, that would be probably really insanely broken. So... I'm not going to do that. I mean, I guess maybe it kind of should be because it is an artifact, but I'm not going to do that. I don't know what else I would really want. Treasure Hunter is a good one to always go for. Appraise, you can't really go wrong there. I'm probably going to go for Treasure Hunter. Whenever you gain a gold coin for defeating an enemy, you also gain an energy. That is just very good, no matter what kind of character you're playing as, basically. So yeah, I'm probably going to go for that. So we're going to shoot for that next. Okay, so we get these over here, and there's only 1 room left. And hopefully I'm not forgetting anything, guys. Hopefully we're on course here. We got a clearing. Anything can happen in a clearing. Draw and resolve a plot card, and it is the well. Near the center of the clearing stands an old well. On closer inspection, you notice the well is full of sweet-smelling water. Do you dare take a sip? It says that you could drink from the well only once, or it says not thirsty. I think I'm gonna do... Ooh, what am I gonna do? Should I do it, guys? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna drink from it. Let's go ahead and drink. We roll a d6. And we got a 6. Oh my gosh. Cured of all poison. Okay. Well, a little late, but you know what? It's better than gaining poison. So that's cool. We gained 2 icons toward finding the boss. So we're up to 4. Very nice. Dude, we haven't even reached the end of the level yet, and we already have 4 icons. Crazy. Mainly because of the watch right here. Really, really cool. Awesome. Okay. So we're done with level 1. We have now reached the end of level 1. We're going to shuffle up the dungeon deck, get ready to head down to level 2. And it's looking like we're going to fight the boss fairly early, unless we get unlucky and draw a bunch of 1 icon plot cards. But I think we'll probably fight the boss on level 3, it's looking like. Fingers crossed. Maybe even level 2 if we get extremely lucky. If we run into another clearing. Okay. That's nice and shuffled up. We need to eat. We also need to feed Borko. So there's 1 for each of us right there. We're not going to let him lose any morale. We've got no poison on us. We're going to get all of our skills and whatnot back like so. So we get 6 cents back. We get Borko's skill back as well. And then we're going to draw a plot card, and it is the Chasm. We're getting a little unlucky here with this 1 icon. You nearly slip and fall to your death as your feet find the edge of a perilous drop-off. You hear a worried voice echo from across the other side of the gap. Help me. The rope bridge broke as I crossed it, and my backpack is still on that side. Please toss it to me. Keep the bag for yourself, boys. You are overtaken by greed, and you decide to loot the bag. Gain 1 ration. Don't mind if I do. Boom. And a random loot card. This is like the same exact thing that happened in the last playthrough, I feel like. An elven bow. Get out of my town, bro. Also, you move down 1 on the morality tracker. Whoop-de-doo. We're as low as we can go. We're going to go up 1. On our icons, we got 5. We need 5 more, guys. We're halfway there. Let's go ahead and flip the next environment card over. Actually, before we do, let's move down the stairs in the random encounters. And there's a little question mark icon here. It says, roll a 6-sided die and refer to the dice icons on this card and resolve the corresponding result. If you roll a 6, re-roll and refer to the following results. So let's go ahead and roll. We rolled a 2, and there's an enemy. Draw an enemy card and resolve combat. Enemies gain no bonuses to their health or initial damage. So we're going to fight a vanilla undead warrior here. He's got 5 HP. He does 3 extra damage. Wow. He's got treasure class of 1. He's weak to holy attacks. You lose 1 blessing with initial damage. We don't have any. That Wraith stole our blessing. So he's going to attack. He's doing 3 minus 2 from our scale armor is 1 extra damage to his roll. And he rolls 1, so that's 2 damage. We would lose a blessing if we had one. We are going to retaliate. I'm going to spend... I'm going to spend 2, I guess. It's kind of annoying. Spend 2. And we do 10 damage and clobber him. He is dead. Shatter the bones to pieces. We're going to get 1 gold. So we're going to go from 13 up to 14. See if we had Treasure Hunter right now. Gaining this gold would have gained us 1 of those energy back, which would be fantastic. We're down to 3 energy. We also gain a treasure. It is a mimic. Come on, man. We could give it 2 rations. Or you may avoid this conflict by spending 1 ration. Oh, let's do that. I think it's 2 rations in Underquest, if I'm not mistaken. We're just going to give him a ration and avoid the conflict. Put him in the proper discard pile, in the loot discard pile. And we got the Undead Warrior, and we just need 1 more enemy, and then we can gain that Treasure Hunter skill. That's going to be nice. Okay, I believe that is it. Then we're going to get a new environment as we go into level 2 of the dungeon. Heading out of the watch. I really like the random encounters. It's a very small little addition, but it is neat. It is really neat. It's like, I can imagine we fought this undead warrior, like going through the, this hall, like down the stairs to the next area. Really, really cool. So we're going to go ahead and flip the next environment, and it is the Bogland. Dense fog fills the air, and a piercing stench hovers on this level of the dungeon. All enemies on this level add +1 to their damage during combat. Yikes. When searching at the campsite, you will gain 1 additional ration. And if you encounter the Mushroom Grove, you will gain 1 additional ration. Okay, so it's very prosperous in the form of food, but enemies are more potent down here. They all deal +1 damage in combat. Pretty gnarly. Okay, here we go, guys. Level 2 with old Grubrot. We got a skirmish. I am going to push my luck into the Mushroom Grove. Let's go. So if you encounter the Mushroom Grove, you will gain 1 additional ration. So we're going to gain 1 right off the bat here. And it says that you find yourself standing in a grove of mature mushrooms. Since we pushed into it and we rolled a 3. So we gain 2 rations plus the 1 from the bogland. So we gain 3 rations, dudes. Amazing. We're up to 6. 3, 4, 5. Yep, 6 rations right now. Crazy. Let's go. We're going to go deeper into level 2. We got a campsite. Dude, are you kidding me? How lucky can you get? You'll gain an additional ration at the campsite. Okay, so Borko gets us a ration. We gain another ration because it's the bogland. And I'm going to rest and spend a ration to gain 3 health and lose a poison. So spend a ration. We don't have any poison, but we will gain back 3 health. 1, 2, 3. So we're only missing 2. So we're down to 11 HP. Amazing. Perfect way to start the bogland. Only downside is there's nothing else to look forward to, but I'll take it, guys. We got both of the positives from the bogland. A clearing. Anything can happen in a clearing. Draw and resolve a plot card. It is. Come on, give us like a 3 icon one. Bam. Oh, man. Okay. Or 4. The Death Knight. Gain 2 blessings when you defeat the Death Knight. He's got 14 HP. This dude is not playing around. We'll put a 4, and we'll give him a 10. He does 2 damage. He's got a treasure class of 1. He's weak to holy attacks, and he's going to get to attack first. We're blocking that 2 damage with the scale armor, so it's just whatever he rolls, plus the 1 from the bogland, actually. So plus 1 to his roll. And he rolls doubles and misses. Let's go, guys. I am going to unfortunately have to spend our last 3 energy, and we are in desperate need of energy. We might have to eat some of those rations and gain some energy back here. Let's go ahead and roll. See how much we do. That is pretty bad. 8 damage. I could use Borko's ability and flip this 5 or flip this 2 over to a 5. And then we're doing 11, which is better, but it's still not great. It is way better though. Okay, we're going to do that and we're doing 11 damage. So we're going to put him down to 3. Like so. There we go. Okay. The Death Knight is going to retaliate here. See what he does. He's doing plus 1 from the bogland damage. And he rolls doubles and misses. We're going to unarmed attack him with martial arts for 2 damage to put him down to 1. He's going to get 1 last chance to attack here. He's doing plus 1 from the bogland extra damage. And he does 1 plus 1 is 2 damage. Okay, so we lose 2. And then we're going to finish him off with a roundhouse kick to the face with martial arts. And he is dead, guys. We gained 4 icons, dudes. We're up to 9. We just need 1 more icon. We also gain 2 blessings when you defeat the Death Knight. Let's go. Amazing. Bloop, bloop. And he's got a treasure class of 1. We'll draw a loot card, and it is the Fate Coin, and it weighs nothing. We can actually pick this up. When asked to draw a plot card, discard the Fate Coin to draw 2 plot cards, pick 1 and discard the other. I'm going to put this on top of the plots deck because I pretty much always forget to use that. When it's over here in my inventory, I'm going to leave it over there as a reminder. We took down this guy, and dudes, we get to get that treasure hunter skill. We've got 5 guys in the discard pile in the graveyard. We're going to flip them over. We're going to get a skill outside of our proficiency. We're going to get the mind skill treasure hunter. Whenever you gain a gold coin for defeating an enemy, you also gain 1 energy, which we desperately, desperately need. We have 0 energy at the moment. We're going to put this underneath here like so. Okay, let's keep on going, guys. What do we got up ahead? Savage encounter. I'm going to push my luck into the altar. Ooh. Sometimes a sanctuary is found in the least expected place. You stumble to the altar and pray for a blessing, strength, healing, or favor. If we pray for a blessing, we'll gain a blessing token. Strength will gain us 2 energy. Yep, we're doing that. I don't even need to read the rest. We're gaining 2 energy. We desperately, desperately need energy. Otherwise, we're just going to be karate chopping everything, and that's not going to last very long. Let's keep going. We got the false idol. This is actually amazing. We're going to beg for power. Move down 1 on the morality track. Whoop the frickin' do. Gain 2 energy. Okay, we're going to gain 2 energy. Dude, we just went up to 4 energy. From 0 to 4 energy just like that in 2 turns. And we also gain a loot card that we're going to drop, which is Mizlak's Journal. It weighs 1. We can't hold it, man. Discard to reveal the top 5 cards in the loot deck. Discard any loot cards you wish, and then place the remaining cards face down back on top of the loot deck. That's a neat little card. That's a neat way to stack the deck and get straight to a really powerful loot. Very cool. Very cool. I will admit, though, I will say, because it is a loot card that you get in an expansion adventure, not always, but typically by that point, you've pretty much got what you're going for. Not always, though. You know what I mean? So take this with a grain of salt. There could definitely be something like the ring or the lamp or, you know, something like that, or even a weapon or a piece of armor that you haven't picked up yet that this would be really useful to get to. So this is cool. This is a cool item right here. I don't know if I've ever actually used it to any great success. I've played the game so many times I really don't remember, but yeah, maybe. That's a cool item. I do like that. Unfortunately, again, Grubrot is just, he's a little weakling, dude. He can't hold hardly anything. I'm surprised he can even hold the blood letter. I don't know if he's holding the blood letter or if the blood letter is holding him. I'm really not sure. Okay, cool. So that was the false idol. Let's keep on going through the bog land. We got an ambush here. We are going to... We're going to do it. I actually contemplated not doing it because our energy is so low, but we are going to do it. I don't want to push into a skirmish. If we push into an ambush, not that big of a deal because we could Sixth Sense. I don't want to push into a skirmish or a savage encounter. So let's go ahead and see what we're fighting. We're going to add 2 to the health of a flying snake. Okay, that's easy peasy. It's only got 5 health. Like so. You gain 1 poison with initial damage. Also got to remember, we've already used Borko's ability. Does 1 damage, 0 treasure class. It's weak to ice, and it drops no gold. You gain a poison with initial damage. Okay, we need to kill this thing. I don't want to spend 2. I'm only spending 1. I'm not spending 2 energy. Spend 1 energy and see if we can luck out here. Put him down in the comments below, dude. You already know what to do. Okay, we hit him for 1. Come on, man. Come on, dude. Jesus, dude. There's got to be like a Guinness Book of World Records of like the most 1s like rolled on a 6-sided die, like recorded in video. My God, I don't want that place in the book, but I don't want that record. Okay, he's going to attack. Also, you gain 1 poison with initial damage. So that's only if the enemy attacks first. So we're not going to get it. We're not going to get any extra damage. He's doing 1 minus 2. He's doing -1 to his roll. And he does 2 minus 1 is 1 damage. Okay, I'm going to karate chop him with martial arts for 2 damage. Put him down to 2. The flying snake is going to attack. -1 to his roll. Be gentle. Okay, he does 1 minus 1 is nothing. And then we karate chop him for 2 to take him down. Yeah, martial arts is insane. We get this dude in our graveyard. No loot, no gold. And ambush is going to go over this way. Let's keep on going through the bogland. Oh, also, I just realized enemies on this level they add +1 to their damage. So we actually would have taken 2 extra damage right there. 1 extra from that first attack, and then 1 extra from the second attack. Okay, let's keep on going. That's actually kind of brutal. Treasure. We're going to go ahead and do it. We gain a gold, so we're going to go from 14 up to 15. Like so. Cool. And is there anything with treasure in here? No, just the campsite and the mushroom grove, and we already did those. I think I'm going to eat a couple of these rations real quick and gain 2 energy. 1, 2. There we go. Let's keep on going. We're getting close to the end of level 2, guys, and we're going to be going to the boss before level 3. We got a skirmish. I'm going to... Ooh. I'm going to Sixth Sense and see what's the other way. It's the labyrinth. We're going to go to the labyrinth. It says, surely your cunning will see you out of this wizard's maze. Discard 1 ration. If you have no rations, you lose 3 health, you gain 1 gold. So we're going to discard a ration. We're dwindling through our rations here. Our rations are dwindling, rather. We're going to go to 16. We did just eat some, though, and gain 2 energy, so it's not like we lost them. And last room of level 2, guys, before we go to Galnok's lair here and to fight Galnok. We got the arrow trap, and we've got dodge. So we take 1 less poison damage from the arrow trap. So let's go ahead and see. Your curiosity with the ruby-eyed statue comes at a cost. Does it, though? We rolled a 5, and you gain 0 poison. We gain -1 poison. We gain no poison at all. Nice, and that is the end of the level. I'm not even going to bother shuffling because we're about to fight Galnok, guys. Cool, so we're going to have to eat a ration. And also, I forgot, when I ate a ration on level 1, I didn't give myself an energy. So I'm going to give myself an energy for that. I'm going to give myself an energy for now. And we're also feeding Borko. Is that cheating? Should I not get that? You know what? Blast me in the comments below. Okay, we're going to get this back even though it doesn't matter. And I think we're good there. We've got no poison, so we're good there. And then we need to draw a plot card, and we're not going to end up moving down to level 3, I don't think, because we're just going to fight the boss here. Okay, we got the fate coin. I'm glad I put that on top of there. We're going to discard this, and we're going to draw 2 cards and then choose 1 to resolve. And I can already tell you which one we're going to resolve. We're going to put the Tundress right over that way in the discard pile where she belongs. And in the clearing, you find a towering shrine covered in vegetation. You are overwhelmed by a sense of power just as a gentle breeze rushes past you. The good old breezes down in the dungeon. Gain blessing tokens equal to your position on the morality track. Well, we gained 3 icons toward finding the boss, guys. We're at 10, and we're going to Galnok himself. Here we freaking go, dudes. We got our blessing token here as a reminder. We got our 2 blessing tokens here. What are we going to get? We're going to get an energy. What else are we going to get? We're going to get a health back, which we really need. I'm glad we got a health right there. And we're going to fight Galnok, dudes. And this might be gnarly because our health is like halfway down. Okay, we got Galnok here. He's got 20 health. He does 2 damage. Treasure class of 2. He's weak to holy attacks. He drops 3 gold. And if Galnok rolls doubles, he strikes for the value indicated on one of the dice. So he does not miss. All right, so we're going to give him 2 10s. A 10. Another 10. Very nice. He's going to attack first. He's doing 2 damage, -2 from our scale armor. Scale armor is so good, by the way. Let's go ahead and roll. It's just whatever he rolls. He can't miss. He does 2 damage to us, guys. Also, I guess we're technically still in the bogland, so he's dealing +1, so he does 3 damage to us. That's 1, 2, 3, and it's looking kind of sketchy, guys. Am I missing anything here? No, it's just looking really sketchy. Okay, we're going to have to attack him back here. I'm going to spend 3. 1, 2, 3 energy. Here we go. Wish me luck. Oh, God. Okay, we deal 6 damage, and we already used Borko. And yeah, we got to roll 6s for this. Ooh, we need 6 damage, guys. Well, it's really not looking good now, guys. He's at 14. That was a terrible roll. We've had some pretty unlucky rolls this adventure. Okay, it's Galnok's turn, dude. It's whatever he rolls. He does 2 + 1 from the bogland is 3 damage, and we are literally at 1 HP. I have to deal 14 damage right here, guys. Otherwise, that is it, because Galnok doesn't miss. It's all or nothing right here. Can Grubrot do it, dude? Bloodletter in hand. He's exhausted. He's barely hanging on. His green skin falling off of his bones. Here we go, guys. Can he do it? He leaps through the air, a whole 2 inches off the ground, and, dudes, we got 8 + 4. I'm sorry, 8 + 6 is 14, plus the dungeon level 2 is 16. He takes down freaking Galnok, dude. Let's go. No way, bro. Oh my gosh. Dude, Grubrot with 1 health left, man. Let's go, dude. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go. Oh my god. I thought we were done. I thought we were done, guys. I thought we were absolutely done. No way, bro. Amazing. Okay, we get 3 gold. I'm excited. We get 3 gold. We go from 16 up to 19. Where about is it? There it is. Also, it doesn't matter, but I'm doing it anyways, guys. When we gain gold with Treasure Hunter, we gain an energy. We're going to go to the Lonely Troll and max our energy out. Anyway, I don't care. I'm triggering Treasure Hunter once this game. He's also got a treasure class of 2. Let's see what the loot is. Can we get Mizlak's mask as well, just to get all 3? No, we get a longsword. Cool, but we're going to drop it. And we get a potion. We get to draw 2 potions. An antidote. And a health potion, I think is the other one. Yeah, and a health potion. And we discard them because we can't hold them. I guess we'll drink the health potion and heal 4 just because why not? That way we end on 5 health instead of 1. Awesome, guys. There it was, dudes. I hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough of Iron Helm with Grubrot. We're going to be moving into a level 3 adventure, guys. Can we take Grubrot all the way? Let's see if we could do it, man. Let's see if we could go all the way and all the way to the end, dude, and beat the final boss, Zogar himself. We're going to see if we could pull it off, guys. It's looking pretty good so far. The Bloodletter, it didn't come into play too much that game, but maybe next run it'll start popping off. Awesome stuff. So there it was, guys. If you liked it, man, be sure to hit the thumbs up like button, hit the red subscribe button, and click the bell so you can stay notified every time I upload brand new videos. And I'll have another playthrough in the Adventure of Grubrot in Iron Helm coming very soon to the channel, as well as other solo player tabletop games. So thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, you can become a channel member, guys. So be sure to check down below the video, and you can click the join button and become a channel member for a bunch of really neat perks that'll show you all the perks that you get depending on if you become a squire or a knight. And either way, you're going to get those really sweet emojis, and you could plop those down in the comments below. Again, let me see all the one-sided die emojis down below, where every side of the dice is a 1 down below. Yeah, man, a brutal stuff. But there it is, guys. Thank you, man. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.